I can't wait to get marmalised on the Smiler.
Well, I can't wait to get on
I can't wait to
Nemesis
get on.
because it
So
will
guys,
always be the
what's
best
going
ride
on?
in the
Can't
UK.
wait to get on
Because
stealth.
Can't wait to get on
John
Smiler.
Molly
It's
classic
gonna be
John
really
Molly
good.
gave it.
Like,
Good
with
morning,
Wicker Man
hello,
and
and
the
welcome
Big Rob
to
and
another
Sugar
boring
Boring.
They're
Big
so
one in
good to
3
be back at
months.
Alton Towers.
It's finally happening. We've had over 100 years of pain, and it's been hard. Chain Sandwich will rise again, and all the nerds will descend on the theme parks like it's opening day at a theme park.
Please open Thought Park, please!
But yeah, we've had a rather extended closed season of about 8-9 months, unless you're cool and you went to Blackpool like me. It may have taken me over 24 hours to get home. We forget that, it was worth it. Now, it is great that theme parks are one of the industries that are able to reopen in the UK on July the 4th. Obviously, given that it's safe, and obviously that's what the priority is. But the day this video goes up, that won't happen because I never get them out on time. But on the day I'm going to aim to get this out, July the 4th, theme parks should be reopening, and that's good. The theme parks have been preparing a lot for there's a lot of changes, right? All the parks are bringing in their ways to social distance and everything. In the UK, it seems like all the parks so far are doing social distance queuing rather than virtual queuing, which I am in favour, because you're probably going to get more rides in if you don't have to book them, and you can marathon stuff if it's quiet. And lots of stuff has happened to the season passes. I talk about Blackpool season passes way too much on this channel. I have some sort of obsession. But with the Merlin season passes, they've extended them to this time next year, which is it's a bit annoying, because if you're going to get one anyway, you'd still have to pay the same amount of money. But at the same time, I do think that's fair, and they do need money. I'm pretty sure they're doing the same thing with Merlin annual passes, where they're extending them by the same number of months that they're not available to use. I'm not sure about that. With Blackpool, you can either delay it to next year, or you can get 40% off next year's season pass. And they've said, and this is good because I thought it might be off the full price, but they've said it's 40% off what you paid for this year's season pass. So if you paid £100 last year, then you can get next year's season pass for £60 if you wish not to defer your current one. And they are also opening until December for an extended season, which is really good news. Flamingoland, I'm pretty sure, have done the same thing as Merlin. And yeah, that's season passes. Overall, I think in terms of payment and money, Blackpool are probably doing it at the best, but you can only book 7 days or less in advance to get your place at the park. Because if you didn't know, if you are visiting a theme park for the foreseeable future, you will need to book online, because capacity is vastly reduced so that they can do social distancing in the queue line, and also because the capacity of the roller coasters is reduced. So you're not going to have to queue especially longer, I don't think, because although the ride capacity is reduced, so is the park capacity. And it does seem that now the 2 metre rule's been brought down to 1, plus lots of parks are making you wear a face mask on the rides, which probably means that you're going to be 1 metre away from people, but with a face mask, so that they can get more capacity. But I'm not sure about that. I'm saying that because Merlin were originally going to make it so that you wouldn't have to wear a face mask, but then once the 2 metre rule got brought down, they said that you would. So presumably that's because you're going to be close to people, but with a face mask. And if you live in Korea, or China, or Japan. If you live in Japan, then they asked people to not scream on roller coasters. Yeah, that's a great idea. Now, which park has the best solution to social distancing? You know, you've got parks, social distancing in queue lines, which they're all doing. and on the rides. Again, all of them are doing that. What is the best solution? Well, Lightwater Valley have decided to close down their headlining attractions and just not open them for the rest of the season. Now that is actually... oh no. All I'm going to say is support Lightwater Valley while you can. I'm not sure what the future is for them. Is it because they can't afford to reopen it, or is it because they just think it's better to focus on the families this year? I don't know. But sadly, a lot of theme parks are struggling this year. Some have gone into administration. So definitely support them if you can. Now, all the 2020 editions I'm aware of, apart from... Oh, no. Oh, how could I forget? The UK's new best roller coaster, Dino Valley Duplo coaster, will be open in 2020. That is so good. But as far as I know, other than that, all of the 2020 editions are being delayed to this year, to next year. No. Okay, what I'm saying is Gangster Granny is delayed to next year, and the David Williams World. Flamingo Land haven't said anything about their new 2020 roller coaster, which is a very big investment. And it is annoying that they have not addressed it. Now, to be fair, they haven't even addressed the park opening yet. They haven't announced... They've announced the zoo's reopen, but they haven't said anything about the theme park. I'm sure they will soon. The coaster for this year will probably be delayed to next year. I would be surprised if it didn't, but you never know. They might decide to do it. Also, Tornado Springs at Portland's Park is delayed till next year as well, which is fair enough, because if you're investing such a big amount of money into a huge new area like that, you would want its opening year to be a proper year. There are, however, some coasters in America that are opening in the next few weeks, which are Orion and Candymonium, both B&M Hypers and Giga... okay. One's a B&M Hyper, one's a B&M Giga. Which is better? I'm not making that joke. 2 videos in a row. But yeah, they both look very good. Orion, yes, that first hill should be Outer Banks, and I'm very angry. I'm gonna get Alan Shilkey, and I'm gonna go over there. And B&M are bad, all right. But yeah, Candymonium looks amazing. It flies through the layout. Lots of airtime, some cool off-axis moments, good intensity. It's a big coaster, and I'm really excited to see what people think of it. Same goes for Orion. It does have some ejector as well as Big Float Hills. I don't know why people complained about it. I say that, but I complained about it. But what I'm saying is, it is the airtime Giga. It's pretty much all airtime hills. It does anger me that that first hill isn't Outer Bank though. Yes, it's not 300 foot tall. Shut up.
Oh, Orion is a terrible roller coaster. It's not even a Giga roller coaster. It's only 287 feet tall. How dare it? Oh, Red Force isn't a Giga.
Yeah, Orion is opening very soon, and they released the POV the other day to recording this, and it did look very good. It went fairly fast around the layout. It was a fraction slower than in the animation, but that was probably because the ride's in testing and doesn't have people on it. Although it did probably have water dummies on it, so that wouldn't make a difference. What I'm saying is it usually goes slower in testing. But yeah, Orion, Candymonium, 2 very expensive, very big coasters opening this year. But what's probably the best roller coaster to open this year, Iron Gwazi, will... Okay, well, Busch Gardens might not own it anymore, technically. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video to just be positive. The theme parks are opening. But most importantly, when you go, if you go, make sure you are responsible. Social distance, everything like that. Do what the staff tell you. Bring a mask. And make sure you book online. Don't be that Karen Merlin annual pass holder who shows up at the park and they tell them they can't go in because it's at capacity. And they, oh, well, I paid £450 for our premium passes every year and we can't get in. Book it. Thank you.